All right, everybody.
Are we ready?
This is it. This is the beginning of the end. This is the final match between Jenny Lee and Stacy Novack.
Both ex-pro tour players, although Stacy has played some of the recent tour stops.
Yeah, well, Stacy is currently 2011 California state champion.
Oh,
and,
that's right.
And she's won a bunch of these regional tour stops before.
Yes, she has.
Jenny Lee won one last year, and she came in
Third, I think.
Third place.
Fourth last
at
year.
This location.
Yes.
Yeah. So, you know, neither of these two girls
they're not going to give up.
Are going to give up too easy, exactly. And this is great preparation for the California Billiard Club event coming up on the 20th and 21st.
Absolutely.
The state championship again of April, which I'm sure both of these girls are going to go to. Even you're going to go, aren't you?
Yes, I'm going to go to that one.
Yeah. All right, so you guys are watching Point of View Pool.
POV.
On Ustream.
We're ready to watch
And we are here at On Cue Billiards for the final match of the first regional tour stop of the year, the ladies, SoCal Ladies Regional Tour.
And we have our hot streaming coffee, and we're ready to take it off.
Yes, we do have our hot streaming coffee. Jenny just taking a couple of final warm-up strokes. And want to thank everybody for coming into the chat room.
Absolutely. That's why we do this.
And GT John, I still need you need to email me, povpool@gmail.com. Email me your email address so that we can email you that Pool Dog gift certificate.
That's
if
right.
not, I'm going to give it away to somebody else.
Ruh-roh.
Ken Elton in the house.
Ho ho!
Okay.
Ken Elton from New World Billiards, a very good friend of mine, the Water Baron.
I can't really give the certificate to Barb. I'm gonna actually give somebody else an opportunity to
is
earn
that
it.
what he meant by that? I didn't understand. In the chat room, somebody with GT
All right, so I still have two gift
was saying
certificates to give
giving
away.
the certificate to me.
Here we go.
That's so nice. But yeah, I can't do that. And
Here's the lag.
We're off. Here we go.
Stacy and Jenny.
I certainly appreciate the offer. Okay, it looks like it's going to be Stacy's break.
Yep,
Nice flag.
Stacy Novack going to be the first to break here.
About a half an inch off the end of the rail down here.
And folks, this is a race to 9.
Yes, it is. And they're electing to rack their own.
Rack their own, and I'm sure they've probably made an agreement to
Yes, for the 9 ball and the
to not make the 9 in the bottom 2 corner pockets.
right. That I found out. I didn't know this rule during this event, or I would have instituted it. I didn't know that the players could agree to that rule during their match, or I would have been doing that with my matches.
Yeah, it's actually a good thing to establish.
Absolutely. I didn't realize you could do that.
Before you start a match.
But the outcome with Melissa might have been different.
Thank you, GT John. Got your email here.
All right, well, this has been an exciting weekend. I sure had a lot of fun. I played so many matches, I can't even count them all. Can't hear.
Yeah, we were just discussing that. We figured you guys had established that. Yeah. Stacy actually coming up and letting us know that they did prearrange
the rule. No 9 ball in the corner pocket. It will come out. The lower 2 corner pockets. So Stacy starting off the break of this final match.
Yeah, and
And she's going to pocket the 5.
5 goes down.
She does have a shot on the 1. And she can come up and back down the table for the 2, although she'll have a combo on the 2-8. If she chooses to do that instead of maybe play safety. Looks like she is going to go for the side pocket and come back down. Okay, she came on the other side of the 2, but she's still going to have a combo or safety. Now, she could just send the 2 across the table and draw the cue ball back underneath the 9 is option number 1. Option 2, she could carom off the 2 into the 7. And she's looking to see what she's going to do with this. Looks like she's going to play safe, and she's going to draw the ball back, my option 1, behind the 9. And there she goes. Success, I called it. Yes, where's my dollar?
So demanding. Big shout out to Emerald Billiards in New Liberia, Louisiana for coming into the chat room.
Oh, wow.
That's right.
Welcome.
Anybody from out of the United States? Give me a shout.
Absolutely. Anybody with a direct line to Asia, let us know.
Actually, I'll tell you what. I'm going to give away a gift certificate.
All right, she tried to actually, Jenny tried to, a little two-way shot there, tried to make the 2. And
well, I was going to say something, but
got a little lucky on the leave. Now, Stacy's probably just going to play this safe. She's going to bring the 2 back down behind the 3. Or the other way around and send the cue ball. She's going to separate the 2 balls, the cue ball and the 2 ball. Bring it down behind the 9. That's option 1. I get another $1. Wow. I'm just racking them up this match. All right, Jenny's going to have to kick at this too. She's looking to see which direction she wants to kick it from. Where she's pointing is, looks like where she's going to have to go. The 8 is blocking the path the other direction. Now she's going to hit this so that if she misses, that cue ball is going to stay down at this end of the table.
might actually hit the 8 and go into the corner.
Yeah, she might.
No, it did hit the 8 though.
Yeah. She's left a safety, but there is a combination here. Stacy could send this 2 over into the 7, pocket the 7. But she's going to have to be very careful on speed when she does this because the 2 is going to end up down by the pocket, and she still is going to need a shot. She's going to play safe, I think, or she's going to carom. She's going to go off the 2 ball. Nope, she's playing safe. Good shot. Several different ways to play that.
Yeah, we're going to see it. We're going to see a tactical game here. You know, for racks like this.
Absolutely.
Have
Both
trouble.
of these girls are very capable. There is a 3-foul rule here, just so that you know. Any player that consecutively fouls 3 times in a row, that equals loss of game. And if a rack is real messy, then that's an option. You know, bury the cue ball and hope that the opponent can't get to the opposite. She's going to have to go all the way down to the end rail and come back to hit this too. This is a... Well, now she's looking at a different way to do it. It's very difficult. Plus that 4 ball is really big in that path. And don't think she has any other option, though. The only other option at this point would be tie up a ball, but she does have a chance to hit this too, so she's going to take it. She went 2 rails, actually 3 rails, which actually made that 2 ball bigger because it gave her like at least 2 separate opportunities to get the 2. But she ended up giving ball in hand. Good play by Stacy, who it looks like is going to go for the 9 ball here, probably because the 7 and the 6 are where they're at.
What about another safety? You know what I mean? She could put her in jail. She could trap her right behind the 6-7.
Yeah, she could.
It's a 3-foul rule here, you know.
I know. I was just saying that. Well, but she also looked at the 2-way shot on this. She didn't leave anything.
Yeah, that was an intelligent shot.
Well, yeah, both of these are very smart players. They're not gonna be making like stupid decisions and shots and stuff. They're gonna, what they go for is gonna be intelligently thought out. Nice hit, and she comes down and tries to get one of those corner balls. Now she's popped them open. So this is a fairly wide open rack now for Stacy. There's a little issue between the 6 and the 7, but nothing that I don't think that she's not capable of handling. Except for you gotta pot the object ball. You know, she poked a little bit at that ball instead of stroking through it, so that could be nerves, that could be, you know, not sure what you want to do with the rest of the rack. It could be a lot of things. Jenny says, thank you very much. I'll take it from here. We'll take it from here.
Oh, yeah, that's that line from the movie Safe House with Denzel Washington.
We'll take it from here.
You've done a great job. We'll take it from here.
She'll draw back out a little bit for this 4. And now she wants to get correctly on this 6 because the key is getting from the 6 to the 7 here. The 9 is a pretty big ball in this situation. Now I have my suspicions she's going to go rail first.
I think so. I think she can fit underneath that 9 and slide over to the...
Exactly. And she missed it.
She rattled it.
But look at the leave.
Yeah.
This is no, see, now she calculated that. This way you do not leave your opponent a wide open shot with a 4 ball out. Make them work. Boy, I don't know. From here, I can't tell, but I don't think there's any way that cue ball fits between. There's no way. No, she's going to have to come off this rail here. Okay, she's calling for...
She needs a ref.
Watch the shot.
Melissa, who
so
is
we need Melissa.
Located...
Melissa, I believe, is outside.
We need Melissa. We need Melissa, yeah.
We need a ref.
We're going to get Melissa Herndon here to take a look at the hit.
Yeah, the balls are just so close together, and you don't want to risk... Just don't want to risk...
the on-cue staff feverishly working to get that happening.
Absolutely.
Like that.
Here comes Melissa running in. Melissa Herndon, ladies and gentlemen, who runs this Southern Cal Women's Tour. Quite successfully, I might add. Okay.
Foul.
And she did not. She did foul the ball. She hit the 7
Foulage.
first. That was a tough shot.
It was. She was trying to make it in such a way not to spin it too much in order to make the 6.
All right. Jenny shooting that cue ball back up there. Now you'll have to notice on Jenny's speed, she normally tries to get the cue ball towards the center part of the table so she doesn't have to use the bridge because she's so short.
Yeah.
You know, and she's got that down.
Look at that. Great stroke.
Nice stroke. Little short, but she's all right.
She's not a little short. She's a little short, but the shot, she's fine. She'll make this all day, eyes closed.
She's a little short, huh?
There you go.
All right. And
first one down.
Jenny takes the
Jenny lead.
first game down on the wire due to a foul hit
That was
called
a
by Melissa
safety
Herndon.
battle.
A safety battle, yes. Safety.
1-0. Race to 9,
So
guys. The last match.
We're underway.
The finals of the SoCal Ladies Regional Tour Stop.
That's right, here at On Cue Billiards in La Mesa, California, which is a suburb, I guess you would call it, of San Diego. Jenny Lee with the break. Nice break. She keeps the cue ball out of the hole. Yep, pockets the 1. And has a shot on the 2. Okay, now she's got a pretty open rack here. The only issue, actually kind of the biggest issue right now, is from the 2 to the 3. She's got that 6 ball in the way, but I think she's okay. Yep. Forward and off the side and back. All right, she's in really good position to run this rack out. Float the cue ball forward, come off the side rail over there, get into position for the 4. You want to be on the correct side of the 4, however, because of where the 5 is. And you don't want to be straight in. Now she's okay. She's got enough room where she can draw this cue ball over for the 5. I think she's got enough. Might have to cheat the pocket slightly. Use just a little tad of left-hand English. Oh no, she's just going forward. All right. I was making it more complex. But I think why I didn't like that particular selection is because of this. You're now going to hit this 5, but you're going to leave yourself kind of a touchy 6-ball shot.
Good stroke.
Good stroke. I'm just saying that I think you could have played position for the 6 on the side and been in a better line for the 7. Am I being overly critical again?
No, you're not.
Okay, just checking. All right, she kind of slow rolled that 6 up there. Very nicely done. All right, she's in line for this 8. All she's got to really do is just tap the 8 into the corner and kind of hold the cue ball right there. Or she can put a little draw on it and pop it off the rail slightly so she's not shooting from stuck to the rail. Yep. Perfect. And it looks like it's going to be a 2-zip. Bam, bam, right off the bat.
That's right.
Voila, kabam.
Voila, blammo.
Blammo, blamorama. All right, what a weekend it's been here. This has just been an entire weekend of just nothing but pool.
For you?
Oh my God, yeah. Match after match, it was grueling. No breaks, you know. 5 minutes. You're back at it. A lot of hours. I'm going to have to go into training. Either that or get a twin. Send in my twin so I can go have a meal.
That's right. I get a little 16-year-old, like, high school student. They
From the
can
Philippines.
work for me for extra credit.
Oh, there you go.
Since I can't afford them to pay them actual money yet.
Yeah, that would be good.
I got a little squadron of kids from the boys club.
Well, there you go. And they could learn all about pool and learn a little administration and a little of this and a little of that. Yeah?
All right, everybody. I have a trivia question for you guys for a $10 gift certificate to Pool Dog.
Ooh, I love this.
Ooh la la.
I think she's doing a cut break. Is she doing a cut break? All right, she's pocketed 2 balls and has, boy, this is a good break. Wow. She can pocket that one and come around 2 rails down here for the 2.
All right, guys, we're going to give away a $10 gift certificate to Pool Dog. I need you guys to private message me your answer. In the pool world, who is Alexis Brown? Moderators cannot answer, and those who have won a Pool Dog gift certificate already also cannot answer. In the pool world, who is Alexis Brown?
But you have to be in the chat room. This is why all you people watching should be in
you should
chat.
register with Ustream. You should register with Ustream and jump into the chat room. You can win gift certificates and all that good stuff.
Okay, I don't really like where she got on this 5 ball.
In the pool world, who is Alexis Brown? For $10 gift certificate to Pool Dog. All right, Jenny on fire. Oh,
yeah, but
you know what? I have to talk.
She didn't get right on the 5 to begin with, and I don't know what she did, but
GT John, I don't know what you're talking about.
You know, she got lucky. She.
Once again, if you are a moderator with Point of View Pool today, or if you have already won a prize on POB Pool, please do not answer this question.
All right,
let
Stacy's
somebody else
come
win
off
it.
This rail.
Smarty pants.
Now, did she get up enough speed to get up there? No, she didn't put enough speed on that. Now she's hooked behind the.
Yeah, she is.
By the 9 for the 7. Touchy. See, I would have overhit it, because if you overhit it, you would have been guaranteed a shot on the 7. That's something you would have been told me in my coaching.
Possibly.
Nice hit. Where's it going to end up? Not good. Not good for Stacy. 3 ball out for Jenny Lee. All open. No good. I'm a little surprised, though, that Jenny didn't finish the rack out to begin with, because she shouldn't have gotten funny on that 5. There was no need with the layout to do that.
Okay.
All right.
Jenny now has a chance to jump a third of the way through this match.
That's right.
This is a race to 9. Oh, loaded.
Okay, she's jumping up on her shots, I think. Either that or she just, well, I think she just took that for granted.
She's probably a little nervous. She knows her hubby is watching.
Oh, is
hopefully
Rich watching?
Yeah, Rich is watching. And by the way, if the kids are there, Jenny would love to say hi.
That's right. She loves you, and she says you guys are
Michael,
terrific.
Thomas, and Dylan, or Michael, Richie, and Dylan.
There you go.
And she loves you guys.
But she
loves
can't
all
talk
of you.
to you while she's playing. So
and
you
she
need
can't
to
talk while
yeah,
she's playing.
You need to understand that. Okay, so Stacy has just taken down a rack here now. That was a big turnaround, because it would have given Jenny a big, huge lead.
Yeah, would have been a 3-game lead.
And now it's 2-1.
2-1. Race to 9. Jenny's probably,
Well, yeah.
just
it's been a long,
notably
it's a
upset
long
about this,
day.
but
Long weekend of pool. There's just
I wouldn't be happy. That was a golden opportunity.
Now, I think she just took her focus off for a minute on that 8.
Oh, everybody misses,
She never does that with me, though, when I play her.
Yeah, right. Isn't that funny?
If I miss a ball, she's out.
Once again, guys, it's rack your own.
And if the 9 ball goes in either lower corner pocket, it's going to come back up and get spotted, and the player gets to continue the rack. And that was an agreed-upon rule by these 2 players for this particular match. And 3-foul rule is in effect, and jump cues are allowed.
Uh-huh.
And then your standard, I think it's your standard Texas Express rules, mostly.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cue ball fouls only. Now Stacy's got kind of a soft break, and she's scratched. Came around a couple of rails and scratched on the side. Again now, Jenny has a wide open rack here with ball in hand. There's no reason for her not to be out on this rack.
Nope. She can do it.
Absolutely, she can. There's no problem areas anywhere. She's
only the ones you create.
The 5 to the 4. The 4 to the 5 is the longest negotiation. Well, she's got to get on the 3 here, from 2. But the next one in line is the 4 and the 5. And then after that, kabam, kabam, kabam.
There it is.
Alright, she doesn't really want to be on the rail. Okay, here's the key shot of this rack right here.
Well, she needs to draw out and spin around 2 rails. She can't hit that 9 ball.
I don't think she wants to do that. I think she will hit the 9 if she does that, won't she?
No, you draw out, but she can't scratch and she can't hit the 9. There's a very small window.
Under the 9?
Outside of the 9. Under the 9 is suicide. She's got to go outside of the 9, 2 rails. Wow! Oh my goodness. I didn't see that from that angle.
Yeah, that's what I...
Inside, force follow. Beautiful shot.
Yeah.
Eliminates any risk of scratching, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
But you got to hit that shot perfect.
Yeah.
Wow, that was really,
she's
really exceptional shot.
perfectly capable of it, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Perfect?
I suppose if I'd have seen that from that angle that she was at, I'd have
Yeah. Well,
considered it,
our angles are a little different.
depending
on your point of view. POV pool. That's who we are. That's what we do, and we have hot streaming coffee.
I drank mine.
You did already?
Pretty much.
Wow. It's
Okay.
impressive.
Jenny now taking this back.
She says not so fast.
Fairly easy 3 balls. Does she have the disposition to just calmly run these out?
Yeah, she's fine. She goes, not so fast, Stacy. Don't think you're going to get ahead of me.
You know what? Stacy has a really
Nice shot.
She has the skill to beat Jenny.
Absolutely,
but Jenny
she does.
is being relentless right now. She's not letting her at the table enough. That's what you got to do playing Stacy.
That's absolutely right. You let her at the table, she's going to become lethal too.
Mm-hmm.
Good player.
Who is Alexis Brown in the pool world?
We don't have an answer yet?
Who is she? Private message me the answer, and you will win a $10 gift certificate to Pool Dog. If you have already won a gift certificate with Pool Dog, please do not answer the question. If you are a moderator on the chat room, please do not answer the question. Who is Alexis Brown?
I don't know.
In the pool world.
All right, Jenny at the break. She's got a very nice break. She normally pops that cue ball up in the center of the table and spreads the balls pretty well. She's been doing a cut break. 2 balls down. The 5 and the 6. Now she can cut this one and bring the cue ball back over for the 2. I think it goes into this lower left-hand corner. She's going to have to hit this just right. She overcut it. Almost scratched. Avoided the scratch, but she is in line for the 2. I think she was worried about the shape on the 2 ball when she hit that. Now, Stacy has a little bit of a similar ordeal here in that she's got to get in a specific area in order to pocket that 2. She's using follow on this cue ball. She came straight off, so now we have a situation. Well, she can cut the 2 into this corner, and the cue ball's going to run into the 4, or she can play safe.
She went for it, and look what she did.
Yeah, but yeah,
Stacy's playing aggressive right now.
Yeah, she is. And she was just a slightly off. She was off like about 1/4 of an inch, or that all that would have worked out just fine.
Jenny's really owning the yard here.
She might have been trying to carry him off to go into that 9, because that 9 was headed over into that corner.
Yeah, but I mean, 3-1, Jenny.
Well, Jenny very glad to be back at the table here. She's going to go for the 9 ball here.
Ken Elton, did I already send you a gift certificate? I think I did. Did I not?
Tell Ken he should give us a gift certificate.
Ken Elton, you are the proud new recipient of a $10 gift certificate to Pool Dog.
Oh, we have to give it to him. Oh, man.
Alexis Brown is...
He's on my list.
She's like the girl over at Pool Dog. You call, and she answers the phone. She runs the website. She does a lot of things.
Maybe the 4 goes past the 9. I can't tell from here. Looks like she's going for the 4.
I think she's going for the 9. Oh, no, 4.
Yeah. But now, see, she didn't come around. Well, She would have preferred to be up above that 8 ball on this shot, for sure. This is not the shot she wanted to be shooting. But she was hampered by the bridge a little bit, so understandable. Now she can slice this in. She can play safe. There's many things that she can do here on this particular shot. And it's looking to me like she's going to play safe. And she's going to try to park that cue ball right behind the 9. Bring the 7 over to the other side of the table. No, she went for the bank. Now see, that was the liability in that. Now, this brings Stacy back to the table. Now, this ball is pretty darn straight in. She could, I don't think she can cheat the pocket too much. She's just going to have to play a stop shot on this 7. Hold the cue ball right there for the 8.
Oh, no.
Unless I'm seeing something wrong.
But when I came away, I was like, maybe I got it on the Clyde side. I think I got it right.
Okay, I was wrong. She did have a slight bit of angle.
I think so.
She did have enough room to cheat a little bit. So, well, that was a perfect shot. Now she just pockets that 8 on the side, floats back over for the 9. Looking pretty good for Stace. Okay, I see the problem. She's a little bit on the wrong side of the 8 here. And so now she's going to have to put some English on the ball, which is a little more difficult when you're on the rail, as close to the rail as she is with the cue ball. So that's why she's taking her time on this shot. Because ideally you want the cue ball coming straight back over here for the 9 in the corner. And, okay, that's what I was talking about right there. So, she was on the rail. The English did not take much, or she wasn't able to execute enough English for that ball to come straight back. So therefore, she's gotten on the wrong side of the 9 ball. Now, she should be playing safe here, sending the 9 ball up to about the center of the table on the.
Well, let's just see. That's exactly what she did.
Leave the cue ball down here. Blammo. All right, but this is the kind of shot that Jenny Lee
will make this.
She'll figure something out on this. You watch.
You have to go for this. I mean, where's the safety?
Well, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know that she's going to go for this shot.
She's laying up.
Yep.
She's creating distance.
She's not going to get there, but she did leave her close to the rail.
She leaves her dead straight.
Yeah,
those are the hardest shots.
Straight in on the rail.
Melissa looks over. I love these shots. I'd fire at it. She would too. She'll make it.
Yeah, I would too. I don't mind these shots. I've had to do so many of them because I'm always leaving myself on the rail. It's like a magnet.
But Stacy slow rolls these in real well.
Yeah, she does. She's got a pretty straight stroke, which you have to have. This is what required. This will show up any weakness.
Oh,
as we say.
Wait a minute.
She's going to leave her right on the side.
Okay.
Sayonara. So this is going to be, what, 4-1?
Yeah, but, you know, I wouldn't give up on Stacy right now.
Well, I'm not giving up on her. I'm just saying.
I'm just telling everybody else.
Sayonara for this rack. That's all.
Well, or whatever goodbye is in Korean, because it's Jenny Lee's game.
And Jenny Lee certainly speaks prolific Korean.
Yeah, she is Korean.
She certainly is.
So anyway, I just want to let you guys know that the Pool Dog gift certificate winner is Ken Elton
from New World Billiards,
for answering the correct answer to the question. Who is Alexis Brown? I'm putting a link in the chat room. Alexis Brown is an employee of Pool Dog.
Oh yeah.
Who answers the phone usually when you call, and she also updates the website. She does a lot over there, and that is a link to a quick interview that was written up with her on the Pool Dog website. So thanks, Ken. Send me your email.
Ken Elton's in the house. How was your weekend, Ken?
Better now that he won $10.
Yeah, really.
You
that man gets more money from more places.
Never mind. I was gonna say something, but Ken doesn't gamble.
I know. So there you have it. You're not going to get your $10 back. Well, it's not your $10 anyway. So it's Pool Dog's $10.
Oh, it's a $10 gift certificate.
All right, Jenny at the table. Gonna go for this one in the corner.
Wow, she slides the one in off.
She had to come
floor.
all the way back down here for this 2, but there really is no shot on the 2. And now she's looking over at something. I don't know what she's looking at. There's some commotion going on somewhere.
Yeah, Kevin May is in some kind of a match with someone, and it looks like it's getting kind of serious. No one likes losing, that's for sure.
Well, yeah. Are you kidding? I'm the world's best loser. Not. I'm getting better, though. Okay, so...
Well, Jenny's gonna have to play safe.
Now, here's a shot for you. That 2 and that 9, she's going to go...
She's playing a safety.
Yeah, I know.
Leave the cue all down by the 6.
I'm just telling you a shot that I would possibly go for. Because this is left an open...
Okay.
A little bit of an opening here. That 2 and that 9 were lined up such that if you had gone into that 2, I'm pretty sure the 9 would have come off this end rail and would have had a chance to go up into the corner. The way the lineup was, it looked like from here.
Right, but she's playing smart right now. You don't want to...
Well, but this isn't so smart right here.
She tried. She tried to play safe.
True.
I mean, granted, she had to think it through a little bit more, maybe execute the shot a little better, but...
Well, she's got Stacy thinking about it, so I guess that's the best you can ask for at this point.
Yeah. This is no easy... I mean, the 3 and the 4 are all the way up table. This is not a gimme. I don't see her going for this shot. I see another safety happening. Question is what, though?
Well, she can send that 2 up and bring that cue back down in between the 6 and the 9 here, in that vicinity.
She can. In fact, I like hitting it thin up top and then bringing the 2 ball back down table, maybe behind the 5.
Yeah, that's another option. Or both combined. You could probably get both of those things done with the same shot. Oh, she went for it. Look at that.
Yeah, but like I said, like no reward. She's hooked on the 3 there. If she makes that 2, she's hooked.
Yeah, you're right, honey. Yeah, you're right. Options. It's all about the options, you know. All right. Well, she's not happy with it. I think she's probably going to take a break after this rack.
I would too. You know, get my head together.
I would definitely take a break with Jenny that far ahead.
I tell you what, though. Stacy's a champ too. She was down 4-2 against Tina Pulaski here yesterday, and she beat her. She beat her 7-5.
Yeah. I was down 5-2 to Rachel.
To Rachel Dickinson? You beat her 7-4, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did it 7-5?
Yeah, 7-5.
You know, that happens.
I hung in.
That happens. So, this is a longer race to 9. Jenny's got to go up and down here. After the 5 ball, she'll have to go back up table for the 6 ball.
No, the six
and
is
the
down
7
here.
ball. 6 ball and 7 ball are on opposite sides of the table.
Yes.
She needs an angle.
Yeah, she's got that.
She's got that. This is a drill that many players should be practicing.
Now she's going to end up on the short side in front of that 7, though, because of where the 9 is. Oh, no. I see.
She's good.
That was flirting a little bit with danger,
She's
though.
too straight, though.
Yeah, see?
Now she's got to stroke this in. This is, like I said, this is a drill
Yeah.
that players should practice all the time, going up and down the table. Someone in the chat room suggesting rail first, you know.
On this shot?
It's a it's
Yeah,
it's
possible.
makeable rail
Or high
first.
right.
She's doing it. Look at this. Look at this.
Oh, yeah, nice.
A9 calls it. A9 ball girl 999. You called it rail first.
All right. Well, she's got a little bit of a cut here on this 9 with the bridge.
No, Jenny's gonna reach.
No, she's gonna use the bridge.
You think so? She's still.
Where's my dollar? I just want to know where my dollar is. Holding my breath. Whammo.
Great shot.
Nice
Great
shot.
She recovered from that.
That's
She got a little
right.
bit out of line there. And
Congratulations. Another game on Jenny's side of the ledger. If you just joined us, we're down here in the San Diego area, La Mesa, California, at On Cue Billiards at the Melissa Herndon's Southern California Women's Tour. And this is the final match, race to 9 between Stacy Novack and Jenny Lee. Both have been on the Pro Tour, Women's Pro Tour.
yeah,
And many titles between both of them, many wins and many tournaments. 2 very good players matching off here. A
That's
very
right.
apropos final. I think,
winner
this
of
event.
this match is going to win $650 for first place. Second place is going to be $430. So either way,
Either way, maybe we get dinner.
Exactly. And we're going to have a short interview at the end of this match
Absolutely.
with the tournament director and organizer, Melissa Herndon, and both of the winners. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
As long as I have hot streaming coffee, everything's cool. All right. Jenny?
A lot of people rooting for Stacy in the chat room as well.
Yeah, well, I think they both, they're both good players, and
Well, I want to
oh
see.
boy,
Okay, here we go.
She knocked that cue ball right off the table.
Somebody's
open
prayer
rack.
was answered just now.
Absolutely. Wide open rack, ball in hand. Stacy Novack at the table.
Yeah, that's right. So maybe Stacy will bring it.
She's definitely capable of it. All right, well, I'll be back in a few. I'm going to go stretch my legs a little bit and
Tight. Go for it.
my back so that I can give my back a little rest here from these stools.
Right on.
And
Do your thing.
And then
Thanks
I'll
a lot.
come back and give you a little break.
That'd be great.
How's that?
All right.
That works. You can watch Stacy run out. How's that?
It looks like she's going to get there. Careful, no sudden movements. Nice shot by Stacy. That's This rack's wide open. This is a result of a scratch on a break by Jenny Lee. This is good. This is good position. She's at a natural angle just to float one rail off of the 4 and just come up between the 5 and 6 for a shot in the corner pocket to the 5. Oh my goodness. You know, she's tight. She's playing tight right now. She needs to loosen up. Absolutely agree. She's evidently, what it looks like, she might almost be playing at the same pace that Jenny's playing at, you know, which is unusually fast. I've played Jenny many times, known her for a little while, and she plays generally a lot slower than this. In fact, she's been known to slow people down by her pace of play. But in this case, Jenny's on fire. She's got a lot of adrenaline pumping, and she's shooting almost twice as fast as she normally shoots. Right on. Good shot by Jenny, and that is going to make it 5-1. And I think Stacy's going to take a break. It's break time, guys. 6-1. Sorry about that. And once again, if you're just joining us, we're at the Southern California Ladies Regional Tour Stop, the very first one of the year, and we're at La Mesa on Cue Billiards on La Mesa, owned by Clyde Norris and the Norris family. And I want to thank everybody for coming onto the stream today. I want to thank my moderators, Don Espinoza of Pool Tracks and Christopher Fitzgerald, Spanky79, for handling the chat room and making sure everything goes smoothly in there. A lot of tournaments coming up, actually. If you're a female player, make sure you get up to Mountain View on the 20th and 21st for the California State Championship at Mountain View, California Billiard Club in Mountain View. And if you're part of New World Billiards, on the same weekend, on the 21st of April, you can play the Big a la Mode tournament on the 21st of April, 2012. 2,000 added. Be sure to go to the New World Billiards Facebook page. I'll allow Ken Elton or Ra Hanna to post that link on the chat. Also, directly after that is California Billiard Club again. The 2012 West Coast Challenge. 4,000 added 1 pocket and 10,000 added 10 ball. 1 pocket open to 64 players, 10 ball open to 128 players. You can catch the free live stream on povpool.com. And then directly after that, 1 week after that, May 4th through 6th, come on down to Hard Times Billiards in Bellflower, California for the $5,000 added Hard Times 10 ball open. Streaming live from Hard Times Bellflower, open to 96 players. Boy, there are a lot of tournaments coming up. And this is all part of the West Coast Swing, which happens almost every time around this year. Ending with CSI's U.S. Open 1 pocket and U.S. Open 10 ball tournaments in Las Vegas in the month of May. So If you have plans to play any of those big tournaments or even be a spectator at those big tournaments, be sure and catch the action at all of these other tournaments coming up in the month of April and in the beginning of May. Once again, POV Pool would like to thank our sponsors, Tiger Billiard Products, and also to congratulate Shar Vanderstein for winning the TC1 Tiger Classic Series Q that was raffled off today just before the beginning of the final match. Also like to thank Pool Dog for contributing gift certificates for our viewers to win in the chat room. And also Delta 13 for providing this beautiful pink metal rack to the SoCal Ladies Regional Tour. Melissa Herndon, definitely like to thank her for putting this event together and bringing these sponsors together. And also to the Nuris family for hosting this event at On Cue in La Mesa, California. And finally, to all of our viewers, I want to thank you guys for coming on. Now, let's get the rest of this match going. It is 6-1 in a race to 9.
Here we go. We're off and running.
Yes, sir.
So, on the break, I was talking to Jenny Lee.
Yeah.
And she said she was having a little trouble with some leg cramping. So she's playing through that, but she's still doing
she's playing through
really
it all
darn
right.
well. Okay, and for those of you that would like to see a second camera or some equipment and so forth, please.
We're working on that, actually. I'm going to take a quick break.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
All right, so.
I was going to say, take your time, do it when I'm gone. I just thanked all of our sponsors, everything.
Okay, so Daniel's going to take a quick break here. Well deserved, I might add, since I've left him by himself almost the entire weekend doing this streaming. Of course, but this is POV Pool, and for those of you who'd like to see a camera or some updated thises and that's, feel free to log on to povpool.com, hit that donate button, and maybe by next week or our next stream for sure, we'll have a P.O. box. You can send a check if you like. Anything is greatly appreciated. It all adds up. Jenny Lee with the break here. And the 8 is headed for the pocket, and she has no shot on the 9, and she'll play a safe here.
I'm still 2 games up, but I just quit, so we're even.
You quit 2 games up?
Yeah, right, so we're even. Okay. I'm like, it's $10 a game. Yeah, $10 a game. Who cares?
Die all day.
All right. She didn't exactly get the safety executed. Stacy is at the table, does have a shot on this one. She strokes it really well. She could get somewhat on this too, though there's not much reward for that, but yeah, she's okay. I think she's a little, 6-1 is a heavy score, and that can mess with you, but Stacy, Stacy's a champion. Don't count her out. She's perfectly capable of coming back. But again, we're at the tail end of a very, very long weekend of a lot of pool. And anybody that thinks that this is not a physical sport, think again. Physical and mental. And it takes a lot of focus, and it takes a lot out of you to keep your focus in. And you're walking around a table for miles. You're stretching. There's a lot of physical activity that a lot of people may not be aware of in this game. Take it from me. I do know. You're worn out. Nice cut on that one. She gonna get any shot at the 2? She taps into the 3. I don't know if she has enough of this 2 to combo this 2. She's looking at it right now. This 2-8. But she's gonna have to hit this 2 fairly thin, which is gonna send the cue ball down to the other end of the table. So let's see what she does. She's been playing pretty aggressively, so and the barbecue here is going to resort to standing because these stools are killing my back. After bending over a pool table all weekend, not having any support on the back is not good. Okay, I think she tried to play a two-way shot there, but didn't quite get there. She's left Jenny an opening here. I think Jenny is going to put possibly just a little bit of inside English on this ball and not hit it too hard. And float this cue ball back down for this 3, because she doesn't want to get sandwiched behind that 5 or by the 9 there. Alright, she hit it way harder than I thought she was going to hit it, so she elected to come back up for this 3. And that's actually a pretty smart shot because she's left a fairly tough angle on this 2 in the corner for Stacy. And now Stacy's got to do the same thing. She's got to figure out how to... See, this 5 ball down here by this 3 is kind of a big blocker. Alright, she cut that well. She's overshot it. And she's going to hook herself on the 3. Yeah, way too much speed on this shot. She's now going to have to figure out something else. She's going to try to come off the rail here and go into the 3. Now, here's a possibility on this shot, but it's very risky because of the scratch involved. She would have to hit it, boy, she'd have to really hit it. Just, I don't even think she could do it without scratching. And send the 3 into the 9 and the 9 over into the corner. No, she could make it. Alright, good. But boy, she's leaving herself tough every time. She's on the rail now. It's really not a place you want to be shooting from. Especially down 6-1. Oh, I see. My bad. I didn't realize that was the 4. I thought that was the 8. I couldn't see the color from here. Okay, never mind. Boy, she's just leaving herself really hard. She's going to have no choice but to run into this 9. And you sure don't really want to be running into balls. Well, she's not happy with this either. Alright, nice shot. Nice recovery. All right, now she's in line to get another game on her end of the ledger here. Jenny's like, darn it, I wanted to close this out. All right, she's playing a little tentatively, I think. Well, because she's down 6-1. If she misses a shot, if she misses the 7, Jenny's gone. Okay, something seems to be bothering her. Okay, you know what? I'll tell you what, she didn't like that 7 for some reason. And she kept getting down on it, and I think she just talked herself out of the shot. Yikes. Well, Jenny's got a chance at it out here. She's pretty good at these kind of shots. And there she goes. Look at this. Look at this. We got 1 9-ball left. Oh no. Not for the... I forgot this is a race to 9. Okay. There we go. All right, well, there you have it. Jenny Lee 7 and Stacy 1. Okay, sorry about that, folks. I had my speaker turned down. I didn't realize it. So it's been a little quiet. I was actually talking. You just couldn't hear me. All right, and Daniel has come back to join us.
Yeah, that's right.
Stacy's got another one on the wire here, and she's just hooked herself behind the 5. Boy, she has just... Her speed has been off on these racks, as well, I think, as some of her shot selections. Going for shots that she really shouldn't have been going for has gotten her into trouble.
She's also, been playing a little tight, so
yeah.
Shots that she could have, closed out, used to close out racks, she's missed. And she's hooked here on the 4.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying.
She's having some speed issues. And
now let's see if she gets lucky. No, it's going to come right on out. Well, I tell you what, I'm sure she'll be talking about this for a while back home. If she loses, that if she doesn't, she might get it corrected here at any point. But I'll tell you what, Jenny's been she's been stroking really well, so I don't know. Although she has missed a few balls uncharacteristically, so it's anybody's game. Stacy just hasn't been taking opportunities that she's been given, however. Because that was 2 open racks that Jenny flew the cue ball off on the break and left her an open rack.
Yeah. Score 7-1, right? Stacy is actually wearing her high heel boots.
Well, she plays in those shoes all the time. I mean, higher heeled shoes. She's used to that. Okay, now that,
wow.
I'll tell you what, she was a little stretched out, and she shot that a little fast. And she kind of poked at it a little bit, too. She didn't stroke all the way through the ball.
Well, I like Stacy in this game. I think she's going to close it out, and it's going to give her a chance.
Well, I'm not going to hold my breath. How's that?
Hey.
Well, she might.
It's time to step up, you know.
Well, yes, it is.
She's pretty straight here.
Yes, she is.
She's going to have to slow roll this, play the short side of the 9 ball, I think. Unless she's got a bit of angle.
No, she's drawing.
She can stun around. She's good.
Well, not as far as she wanted to be, that's for sure. I think she's going to have to use the bridge. Who wants to be doing that at this point? Down 7-1. No thanks. Okay.
There it is.
Success. Get out of there. Okay. Wow. She had her mouth open,
Good
going,
shot.
"Oh." All right. Stacy's got another game on the wire. It'll be 7-2 now.
7-2. Race to 9. This is the final match of the SoCal Ladies Tour Stop, and
that's right. Brought to you by POV, Point of View Pool.
Streamed by POV Pool. Brought to you by Tiger and Melissa Herndon.
Oh, well, that's true, yeah.
Also by Pool Dog and Delta 13.
And don't forget the hot streaming coffee.
I've had plenty of that.
And popcorn.
Popcorn.
I wish we had popcorn.
I can make some later.
What, at 2 in the morning?
Yeah, right. I just got to get DC's email address. He's going to hopefully email me some pictures of the winner.
All right. You heard it right here. He's going to get an email address. All right, Stacy racking the balls here for the next rack in this race to 9. For those of you just joining us, the players here during this match have agreed to rack your own, and that if the 9 gets pocketed in any of the 2 lower corners, it will come back up, and the player will continue to shoot the rack. So no 9-ball counts if it goes into the lower corners. Stacy's been using a little softer break compared to Jenny's, at least. She's pocketed 1 ball on the break. She does have a shot on the 1, but she's got to get around here. Got to get back into position for the 2. All right. A little bit long, but she can see the 2. It looks like she's, well, I don't know what she's going to do in this situation here. I think she's going to maybe try to play it safe. I don't think she's going to go into, she's not going to do a 3-ball combo. There she goes. Played safe.
Wow.
Had a little snap, crackle, and pop there going on.
Well, sorry about that,
That's
guys.
Rice Krispies. I love those Rice Krispie treats, don't you? With the marshmallow and the...
Please, my stomach's already messed up enough.
All right, Jenny's going to send this 2-ball down to the other end, and going to bring the cue ball back over here.
She's aiming for the 4-ball with the cue ball. She wants to go right behind that 4.
I don't think so.
Well, she's playing it slower.
All right, she wanted it behind the 8, actually.
Well, I tell you what. She's okay either way. Look,
Yeah.
Look at where that 3-ball is.
Yeah.
Doesn't squeak by that 7.
Correct. I'm standing
From
here,
what I can tell.
Daniel-san, because I'm not going to sit on the stool anymore.
Beautiful shot.
That's a nice shot, yeah. Now she's got choices here. She can play safe or she can be aggressive and go for the... I wouldn't go for the...
She can't...
for the bank into the side.
Well, she can't... Yeah, the 4-ball's way up table.
Yeah, because her cue ball's going to run into that 7, and there's no way she's going to get around for the 4-ball, so... She's just going to play safe here.
Slow, real slow.
Oh, nice shot.
Yeah, make Jenny do the work.
Yep, smart. Jenny's going to smart right back, so... It's going to be a safety battle.
Safety battle.
Oh, that's... I don't think... Well, she left her... Look at that speed. I'll tell you what, she's really good at that. But she's left her a shot. She's left her an opening shot. And, I believe, a way to get to the 4. I think she's got enough angle to do that to avoid the 8. You know, none of these shots are easy, especially... Oh, she went for the safety. That was smart. Okay, good. You know, now she's playing a little smarter.
Jenny's just gonna... She's just gonna roll this cue. But, well, no, she looks like she's playing it to hook her behind the 7. A little too much speed.
Just, yeah, she was trying to... Yeah, that's was not what she wanted to do. She's not happy with herself.
Well, she left Stacy and out here.
What's that?
She left Stacy and out.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, wide open. Still got to execute, though, and it's been a long weekend of back-to-back pool. You're in a final match, fighting for your life. You're tired.
She'll make this. Oh.
No. You're tired, you're hungry, you're ready to go home. You got to hang in there, keep your focus. It's tough game. All right, Jenny just has to slice this 3 in and bring the cue ball back over here, or go 2-rail, you know, go back and forth, but you'd have to hit it really hard, which she did.
Not too hard. It was a medium stroke.
Well, still, you got to give it some juice. Well played. Now she's got enough of an angle here now she can come down for this 5. She just doesn't want to get stuck somehow behind the 9.
Yeah, in case you're wondering, the dark ball at the bottom rail is actually the 8 ball, not the 6 ball. So
Oh, yeah.
she's going to play the 5, then the 7.
Yeah, it is kind of hard to see, especially from here. I was calling it the 8, the last rack, and it was actually the 4, or the rack before that. All right, that was perfectly stroked. She got enough angle to get over for the 8.
Well, she could force it. She could, like, punch it. Or she can try to just cheat the pocket a little. She's stretching too.
Yep.
Nice shot.
Oh, very nice. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, you're good. That's good. Looks like it's going to be on the hill. She's going to be on the hill. Perfect. Can she reach this, or is she going to need the bridge? Look at this. She's like, are you kidding me?
She'll bridge it, but she's fine.
Yeah, she's good with the bridge.
This game puts her on the hill, so you can't miss now, Jenny.
That's right. She's on the hill. She's like, oh, can I please get this match done?
It's going to be 8-2.
That's a pretty tough to come back from that, but I've seen it happen. Not likely, but...
Stay tuned. After this match, we're going to have a quick interview with the 2 players that you're watching right now, with Jenny Lee and with Stacy Novack, and also with our tournament director, Melissa Herndon.
Yeah, stay tuned.
We'll have a quick interview at the front of the table, right where you guys are looking right now. Jenny Lee definitely putting in her work here.
Absolutely.
There are a lot of fans of Jenny Lee online right now watching this match. Ken Elton, Ra Hanna, Marshall Ananbi.
Hi guys. It's our Sherman Oaks contingency.
Yeah. Where's all the rest of them? Where's Ron and Don and Skip and Chip? Where's John?
Don't know.
Tell you what, one person I miss right now is Gary.
Oh my God. I'll say.
And that's all I'm going to say about that. Dry break. Stacy's got to reach into her bag here.
Yeah, I'll say, because I don't think this 2-ball goes. She can't hit it thin enough with the 5s in the way. She's going to have to play safe. I think she'll just stick the cue ball there and bring it back down. Nope, she's hitting it soft. Okay.
I don't know A9 Ball Girl 999 in the chat room, but she's a fan of Jenny Lee's as well.
See, that's why I didn't like that shot, because you got that. Look at this. You had the 6 there that could have helped that 1-ball go in.
Oh,
That's why I didn't like that leave that she played. I don't know whether she can get around that 6 to come off the rail and pocket the 1 or not. I can't tell from this angle.
Good hit.
Yeah, good hit, but
Well, let's see.
no reward.
She's created some distance. That's all you can hope for when you at least, it's better than giving her ball in hand.
Oh, that's true. I think she's going to run into the 5 with the Q, but she'll still be in line for the 3. Now, she tried to go around. I think she tried to do too much with that shot. Jenny's like, I just want to close this match out. Nine ball's a tough game,
Here's Stacy back at the table.
Yeah, and she's got a good...
There's a 4-9 combo there.
Yeah.
9 ball down by the left-hand corner pocket. 4 ball just underneath the 7 there by the 9.
Well, she's going to need to draw back a little bit if she wants to get an angle on the 3 to come down for that 4-9.
Well, it's almost a stop shot, actually.
Boy.
But now she has to draw back.
Now she's on the rail.
No, she jacks up a little. Should be okay.
Oh, no good.
No, she's playing it. I don't think she was playing. I don't know what she actually. I'm not sure.
No, because here's the thing.
She didn't want to jack up, that's for sure. She didn't want to miss that shot.
No, I understand, but she didn't play the 2 ball right to get on to the 3.
She's forced to play safety here. She can hit the 4, but not stop shot.
Now she was trying to hold it down there, I think.
She's on a prayer right now.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
Okay.
Look at that.
Well, she got away with it, but she's... Now what? Now what do you do? Well, she's got options. But she better watch her options, because Jenny's on the hill. And you know that's got to be going through her head. I'm not actually sure what she was trying to do there.
I think exactly what you saw. She was trying to use the 6 as a stopper, maybe keep the cue ball up table, and I think bring the 5 behind the 7. But she didn't put enough steam into it.
Now, this 8 and 9 down here on this bottom rail, I do not know if that 8 goes past that 9 into the corner, because that's very significant in this rack.
I believe it does go by.
If it does, then fine. But if it doesn't, it's a problem. Beautifully done. Now, what does she do here? Does she draw the cue ball back a little bit and go for the 7-9 for the win? That's what she's going to do. Going for it. Odds, anybody? $1? Huh? What do you think? Here she goes. She needs to stroke this nice and steady. Don't punch the ball. Don't leave it hanging, though, either. Nice. There you go. There you have it, folks. Jenny Lee takes the title.
That is it.
Of
it's going to be
the
9-2. Wow, what a match.
Southern California Women's Tour event here in La Mesa at RQ Billiards. Jenny Lee takes it down.
That's right. And we're going to get a quick interview with these girls and a presentation of the prize money. And I want to thank you guys. Stand by. I'm going to throw the mic over the shield. And
you want
we're
my mic over the shield?
No, I have this one already prepped.
Oh, all right.
And we're going to do an interview. So I'm going to leave you with Barbara for a second until that interview starts.
All right. Talk to me. Hey, what a weekend this has been. Jenny's saying thank goodness this is a done deal, and congratulations to Stacy. This is a tough field here, and to get into the finals says a lot. Believe me, I know. I played some of the tough matches with tough players, and you needed to be on your game. Congratulations to Jenny Lee, and I thought we'd lost Daniel there for a minute. Kind of fell off of a high table trying to adjust camera and equipment. And stand by. Hold on just a moment. We're getting the equipment set up here for the interviews.
All right. This is Melissa Herndon, and she's the tournament director here for the SoCal Ladies Regional 9-Ball Tour.
Can
this
you
is
all
the first
hear
stop
Daniel?
for you?
For 2012, yeah. We have had 2 stops here before, one in 2011, one in 2010. So.
Okay, great. And do you have any others coming up that you'd like to talk about?
We do. We have the second stop is at Hard Times Billiards in Bellflower, California, April 14th and 15th, and that is a minimum 1,000 added with 1,500 added with 32 players.
Stand by. Apparently we're not getting audio.
Okay, can everybody, before we continue, how's the sound? The audio sounds real funny. What do you mean by real funny?
Turn the audio up. On both of those. Just turn them both up.
All right, hold on. We're going to try to adjust some audio. How's that? All right,
Hello,
we got
check
audio.
1, 2.
Okay, here we go. Sorry about that.
Sorry about that. Once again, Melissa Herndon here, tournament director for the SoCal Ladies Regional Tour. It's been a great event, and you were just also telling us about a couple of other events that you're going to be having this year. Why don't you tell the audience when to expect those?
The second event of the season will be at Hard Times Billiards in April 14th and 15th, and it's going to be $1,000 added with less than 32 players and 1,500 added with 32-player field. And then after that, the weekend after that, up in Mountain View, which is NorCal, we're doing this in association with the Tiger West Coast Women's Tour, will be the state championship, and that's going to be a great event. It's a double qualifier for the U.S. Open, and that's April 21st and 22nd.
Right, that's up at Mountain View, Chris Swartz' place. And I hear the talk is a lot of the players that were in this event are actually going to be going up there. So, and I don't know if that event's being streamed. I know that I'm streaming something on that day as well, on the 21st at least. But I'm sure you can check out the California Billiard Club website for details about that event and whether or not it's being streamed.
They do plan on streaming it, and I heard that California Billiard Club is like a beautiful room. I'm really looking forward to going. A lot of the girls from Southern California are planning on going and playing and supporting the event.
That's awesome. I wish I could be up there myself, and I didn't know you hadn't gone up there. So why don't we take the winners here, and why don't we find Jenny Lee? And okay, Jenny's in the restroom. Probably. Why don't we?
No, we're not going to follow her.
Yeah, sure. Melissa wants to say something else.
Well, I wanted to thank you, Daniel, you and Barbara, POV Pool, for doing this for us, and also our sponsors, Tiger Products and Pool Dog and Delta 13, but especially you because this was a last-minute step in for Andy, and you guys did a fantastic job.
Well, thanks a lot.
Thanks,
this morning
Melissa.
was a little bit of a, I almost lost it there, falling and losing the tripod of the camera, but the camera's still okay, and I'm really grateful that you guys called me to give me the chance to come do this. And I'm really sorry Andy couldn't be here. He's an old friend and a good friend too. So, and I'm sure he'll do a great job up at Hard Times for you when it comes up.
Hopefully you'll come and commentate with them.
Absolutely, I'll help Andy anytime I'm free to do it. So why don't we get the winners here, Jenny Lee and Stacy Novack.
Yay!
Jenny, first
Congratulations.
place.
Hi. Thanks. Feels good. Thank you.
Do you know that Richard's watching, and so I think are the kids?
You see?
Yeah, I texted Richard, and Richard told me that he's watching.
Oh, well, I hope he enjoyed it. Hi. Hello. Hi, Richard. Hi, my baby.
Sorry, it's hard to see. We don't have any
So
lighting.
You
It's very
have-
hard to see you guys because
You
of the
have
lighting.
cashed in this particular venue before for the Tiger, for the SoCal regional event, but this is your first time coming in first up here in La Mesa.
Yes, it's first time. And it's great room. It's a lot of fun, and everybody is so nice. And, anybody can win.
It's true, and there were a lot of new people here
Yeah.
that have never played this before.
Yeah, there's a lot of new players, and it's nice to see all the new players who are trying hard and wants to play, which is good for every woman should really play. A lot of it's just lovely games.
Now, I've known you for several years, and I just wanted to make an observation that generally you've had a slower paced game than I'm used to seeing this evening. You played really.
Did I really play slow today?
No, you played very quickly today, almost twice as fast as I'm used to seeing.
Well, because first of all, I'm very tired, so I decided to play a little faster.
You want to go home?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Well then, I'll let you go. How's that?
Sounds
You
good.
won some travel money for Mountain View.
I'm gonna save this for next tournaments.
Good for you. Well, congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Yay! Congratulations, Jenny. All right, we're doing some
our second
makeshift
place
lighting
winner,
here.
Stacy Novack, thank you
Hi.
very much. I got I had the honor of getting to see you play your match with Tina Pawlowski, and you were down 2 games. You remember that?
Yep, I do.
And you
She
came
played
up.
really, really well.
Yeah, she did, and so did you. She gave you some opportunities, and you kind of you took.
That really was probably what the difference in the match is. I thought she played, awesome and just making mistakes at crucial times, and I was able to take advantage of that. And
Yeah.
just got to stay in the game. So.
And for those who don't know, Stacy is the current California State champ, female California State champ from 2011.
Yeah, so it does feel good.
Yeah, and that means you've still been putting in a lot of work. I've been seeing you once in a while at Hard Times Billiards.
Yeah, my homeroom is Danny K's in Orange, but I do play at Hard Times as well.
Okay, awesome. And this match was a little bit different than when I watched you play Tina.
Yes.
You seem to play a little tighter than
Yeah, I
normal.
think in this match, well, I'm getting tired as well, but I think the issue here was there were some tough situations I think I found myself in early on in the match, and was trying to navigate through those, either through playing safeties or offense, and not all of it was working. And then Jenny was playing great, so the next opportunity I have when I finally got an open table, it just, now you have to play out, and I think it was just a little too late, so. But she played awesome and deserved to win. So.
Yeah, you had a couple of opportunities, especially when she scratched on the break,
Yes.
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 But it's always a lot better when
they scratch with 2 balls left on the table.
No, she has an awesome break. Jenny's always been known for having a really dynamite break. So,
Well, I know we haven't seen the last of you, Stacy. So, I wish you the best of luck up at Mountain View and future events, especially up at Hard Times as well. Melissa Herndon, like she said earlier, is also hosting an event up at Hard Times. The date again?
April 14th and 15th.
April 14th and 15th at Hard Times in Bellflower. Be sure to go up and check it out. Once again, congratulations, Stacy. And also a big hi to your mom, who's been here the whole time.
Exactly.
Yes, she
Pat
has.
Novack. All right. Thank you, guys. And thanks for being on the stream. Take care, folks. And thanks to everybody else, especially Melissa Herndon, Tiger Billiard Products, Pool Dog, the Norris family for hosting this event. We love you, and we love you too, the audience. Take care. Bye-bye.